It's that time, y'all. Let's go. Sierra's on the phone.
Hey, stop vlogging me.
She's got to talk to that boyfriend on the way.
You're gonna be on this vlogging. Alright, so Gus, how's life? Want McDonald's Friday?
This is David, the Georgia photographer. I'm here in sunny Hawaii. And of course, there's a tour helicopter going over at the same time. Anyway, I got several things to do today. One of which is I want to shoot some today with the Sigma 28mm manual lens that I've got. It's a super cheap lens, and the goal with this lens is, I know it has lower contrast than a regular, say, Nikkor lens or whatever, but I want to know if you can still get good photos with it. Even with its low contrast and, you know, poor color saturation or whatever, I'm really thinking that all those things can be like overcome in Lightroom. And you're gonna play with those sliders anyway, so why not? This is a 28mm f2.8 lens. They call it the Mini Wide 2. If I understood it right, it was made in the 80s. Yeah, it's got a 6-bladed aperture. It has half-stop increments between every full stop on the aperture. It focuses to 9 inches. Now that's probably from the image plane, which means it only focuses about 6 inches in front of the lens, which is pretty close focus. It might actually have a relatively decent rendering. Looks like it has a infinity stop, but we'd have to check that to see. The little lens looks to be pretty nice. It's well made, it's metal, it's made in Japan. So let's see what it'll do. Alright, what we figured out is...
Cat, it's a cat. I saw a cat.
Sierra saw a cat. What we figured out is you can take a good picture with this lens. It takes a surprisingly sharp image. The macro functionality works pretty darn good. I took this picture of this fly with it, and it's just actually not a bad general purpose lens. It's probably got issues in the edges, but since I'm running on a crop sensor camera, of course, now we got a barking dog because it heard me talking. He has the growling bark. He's mad at me. Oh, he's trapped on the porch. But since the Fuji X-T3, it being a crop sensor, cuts the center section out of this lens, it hides all that stuff that happens on the corners. I'm sure it has chromatic aberration issues and things like that because it is a prime lens and it's low element count and all that sort of jazz. But from the photos I took today, it actually looks pretty darn good. It just goes to show that you can take a cheap piece of glass and get decent shots with it if you want to bad enough. So if you want to get out and learn to shoot photography, the cost of your gear isn't as proportionate to your skill as you would think. It does matter at a certain point and for certain things, but for just general shooting, this lens works fine. I actually don't see all that much wrong with it. So with that, this is David, the Georgia photographer. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like the channel, you know where the subscribe button is. So until next time, we'll see y'all later. Goodbye.